The Hustle Podcast, man. You got LJ, you got Big Unc checking in, man. Hey, today we're gonna do a little something different. We're gonna give y'all a little glimpse into who we are, what we bring to the pod. So I'm in a different seat today. My nephew gonna interview me, man, so y'all can get to know Big Unc, Big Unc a little bit.
Yeah. You know, I'm on my journalism shit today. You feel what I'm saying, man? We're gonna sit back, we're gonna sip our little drink, and we're gonna talk a little shit, and we're gonna get to know Unc and what he about and what he on. You feel what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
So, you know, we go back. You know what I'm saying? We got the year tied in there and their point right here. I know a lot, but we need them to know
For sure.
who Unc is, who Sharp body. We want to know everything is we need to know. You know what I mean? This ain't interrogation, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's something like it.
Yeah, I can do it.
Don't be in here telling.
Never ever, you hear me?
So look, man. As you all know, man, all the way Pay the Hustle podcast. We from Athens, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Home of the Bulldog. Although I hate the Bulldog, but
hey,
we got to throw that out there because it is what it is.
Fuck what he talking
about. You know
about.
what I'm saying? So what part of Athens what side of Athens you grew up on?
I grew up from the west side, man. Newtown to be exact, man. You know, shit, that's off of Prince, Chase Street, off in that area.
Yeah.
You know, tucked off a little bit. Athens Ave. I was raised on Savannah Avenue, and my granddaddy had a house on Augusta Ave. You know what I mean? Made her first $1,000 in Newtown.
In Newtown.
Yeah.
That way it was going down there. What that was like right there?
Hey man, it was straight. You know what I mean? Kid, you know, I had a couple of my partners in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Right.
I grew up, then we moved to the six, but our heart was still in
you always back over there.
Always back over there. I already had family over there. My auntie was over there.
Right.
I mean?
Okay. So teenage years, adult years, right? At what age did you start rapping? And what made you want to start rapping?
Man, oh shit. Wrote my first rap when I was 10.
Was it 5-0?
I can't really remember. Was it 5? But man, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I remember there was a book for a project. I was in the 5th grade at Fowler Drive.
Right.
I had some bullshit ad named DJ Summer.
Oh, you tried to be a DJ?
You know, at that time,
that was hot.
That was going on.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? 10th grade. So I mean, I was 10, so that was 92. Yeah. You know what I mean? I remember the book. It was black and purple. Like I remember the I don't remember what was in it, but I just remember the cover.
Mm-hmm.
But when I really started taking it serious, I mean about 15, 16 in high school, you know, in the locker room football, everybody freestyling.
Right.
But you know, I'm freestyling, I'm realizing mine getting a little more oohs and ahs
than everybody else.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Then I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Oh, we had a little situation in high school, you know, so somebody was on, you know, on the tube doing what they weren't supposed to do. Weren't supposed to be doing, you know, back then with VHS tapes and things of that nature. And you know, but she was disclaiming what was going on.
Oh yeah.
On the film.
Yeah. Okay.
One of my partners had a, you know,
right
on camera. And so at the time, it was a program used to be on PBS called Ghostwriter. So I wrote a rap, typed it up. It had to be like 98 because Juvenile High was out because I patterned it off of it.
Right.
We typed it up, passed it out all over the school. So I went homeschool for the last 2 weeks of school. Y'all like, okay, yeah, my word got some power, man. You know, it was wrong with me to do this shit as I got grown and seen it. Right. But then when I knew, like, my words, you know what I mean, had some power.
So you said 16, you started kind of taking the... When Mom found out you were rapping?
Shit, probably around the same time.
How she feel about it?
She was whatever I'm doing, Mom with it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Long as it ain't no bullshit, Mom with it. You know what I mean?
Well, so we in the rapping, right? We doing what we do. What Sharp mean and where it come from? What made you come up with that?
All right. To tell you what Sharp mean, I gotta tell you what body came.
Okay, yeah. There we go.
I had a partner, God bless his soul, excuse me, my word again. Jabbar. Damn, what's Jabbar last name? Shit slipping. Jabbar Hudson, excuse me. I don't know, the drink. But I had a partner, Jabbar Hudson, man. We was in high school, and around the time, this when Outkast had the song Benz or Beamers. So they had said the words Big Body Benz in the song. So we'll see each other every day. I'm like, what's up, Hudson? What's up, Big Body Benz? I
Yeah.
always say it like that, funny.
Yeah.
So that's what it was originally Big Body Benz.
Right.
You know what I mean? Cause my name Ben. So
Right.
that's what it was. So as I got to rapping, it was just went from Big Body Ben just to Big Body. Cause quite naturally, I've been 300 since I was 16. You know what I mean? It's
You a big body, yeah.
So going into Big Body, you know, I'm rapping. Goddamn, you know, my ad lib was Body Shop. You know what I mean? A Big Body. Cause I was making beats at the time too. So it went to Body Shop Production. You know what I mean? So, but then when it go to Body Shop Production, I make in my verse out Shop.
Right.
So if anybody called me Shop, they've been knowing me for
a long time.
I dropped my first CD in 2003.
Okay.
So I said, I've been popping some y'all niggas in Pampers for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and when people call me Shop, they know me that for my music.
Right.
But it stands for Stack, Hustle, Obtain, and Prosper.
Okay.
You know
I like
I mean?
that.
So
I like that.
For that. You know
I like that.
Yeah.
So, at what point, right, was it ever a point you feel like, boy, I'm about to get signed all this shit?
Man, 2005, I did get signed.
Okay.
I got signed through an independent company where we had distribution through Universal. God bless you, did. Vernon Forrest, boxer from Augusta, he signed me to his label.
Right.
He got killed in Atlanta. Somebody robbed him. Well, when I was in prison when he got killed. But he got killed. Somebody robbed him. He ran after him, trying to get, because he a boxer trying to put them hands on. They put their fire on him. You know what I mean? And so I got signed, but the check was taking a minute to come through.
Right.
So I'm still doing my thing. In the process of doing my thing, I got tapped on the head, had to go sit down for a little while. You know what I mean?
What was so you did, yeah. So and you done briefly touched on it in other sit downs we done had. Prison. How long you did, what you go for, and where did it teach you?
Man, I went for about 33 months. About 33 months.
First bid.
First bid.
33.
On the trafficking charge. You know what I mean? On the trafficking charge. And it just taught me that ain't the place to go. You know
Them niggas be trying to make that shit cool.
Ain't nothing cool about it. And the thing about it, at the time for me, it wasn't hard. I didn't have no kids. I ain't had no old lady. I ain't got nothing to stress over besides her and my mama.
Right.
My mama ride with me like 4 flats. You know
right,
what I mean?
right.
So it went hard on my mental until it got to about a year. Cause I'm thinking, okay, 18 months, they gonna go on parole. 18 months came, then when the grid letter came, they want you to do 40 months. I ain't getting number 36 or 10 do 3, so how can I do 40?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I got to do the whole 3. You know what I mean? But it just showed, it's just a place you don't want to go. Somebody telling you when to shower, what to eat, when to eat. You know what I mean? I don't care what it look like now, bro. I'm a forever preacher. Ain't nothing cool about going to prison, man. I don't want to do a day. You know what I mean? A day doing something you don't want to do, somebody telling you to do this. Yeah, you can have your motion, you get your phones and all that, but ain't nothing like having motion sitting right here.
Sitting out on this side of the
on this side of the wall. You know what I mean?
So, we've been rocking a little while. On your end of the spectrum, how you and LJ meet? Like, how that came about?
Man, funny story, man. I'm scrolling Instagram, and I see my partner, Brian, from 106. Shout out to Brian. He had he had a before and after picture. Boy had made a real transition.
Brian. Shout out to Brian.
Had made a real transition with the body. So I'm like, when I see 8 Fitness, so I'm hitting the DM. You know what I mean? But the whole time about it, I'm thinking I'm hitting Tay. I know Tay. You know,
you already knew Tay
for a long. So I'm thinking I'm hitting Tay with me and you.
Yeah.
And then I think right before we got to the gym, you were like, I think even Tay told me, like, LJ gonna train.
Yeah.
I pulled up with a walking boot on, you remember?
Yep.
At the time, I didn't know I had gout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought they told me it was Achilles injury. You know what I mean?
I remember that.
I pulled up in the boot, though. We still did.
Still got the work,
in the boot. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I found LJ, like, seeing the results of somebody else, and I'm knowing at the time, boy, I think I may have been the heaviest I ever been. My guy on the scale, I think I was like 360.
We had got that shit down.
Yeah, we got it down to got it down to about house school. I'm about 10 pounds away.
Floating in there. Yeah.
That's how I met you, man, and that's how I met.
Been rocking there since.
He been nephew ever since. You know what I mean?
Pay the Hustle. Then the podcast. right? And that's some, we take very serious right now.
For sure.
This ain't really a question. It's something like, I feel like people got to understand, like they're on, you know what I'm saying? Blood can make her no closer. So a lot of, like, from day one with the fitness thing, we were just getting that going. And Unc rolled from day one. I think I saw the Brian. You were one of the very first clients I had.
I'm talking about the result came, like when I seen the result, but I'm ready to invest everything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
He
find
talking about,
builders and everything.
bro, that's the thing I love about him. He wanted, whatever it is, let's do it the biggest we can do it. And if it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. Oh, man, let's get a building, let woo woo. And I was with it. Then COVID came, mom pad, a lot of stuff went on.
Yeah.
But what pay the hustle mean to you?
Pay the hustle mean to me, man, doing anything to better you in the situation that you got going on. It could be, you could pay the hustle being a father, taking care of your kids, going the extra mile. Or you're not even going the extra mile, just doing what you're supposed to do as a father. That's your hustle for the day.
Right.
Like your hustle may be, like, I'm on my father's shit today. Let me go get my son, my daughter, or whatever, do what they need to do, help them out with their homework. And then if you paying the hustle, if you out there in the road with it, doing what you need to do to make sure your ship stay afloat, staying solid.
Yeah.
That's the number one rule of paying the hustle if you out there in the
Don't get
road with it.
Yeah.
Staying solid. But like I say, paying the hustle is doing anything that's gonna help you take a step forward in the right direction or whatever you in. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're going to work every day, you paying the hustle because that's paying your bills, that's helping you take care of yourself. If you're in the fitness or whatever, hitting the gym every day, meal prepping, they're paying your hustle. You know what I mean? It ain't necessarily got nothing to do with a dollar all the time. It's just the way, the way I look at it, it's just the way that we put our spin on it, just making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do to get to where you're trying to be at. You know what I mean?
Paying the hustle. Last question. In life, where's your biggest regret?
Man, had to be 2001. I packed my 1989 Jeep Grand Wagoneer up and left a full scholarship and brought my black head back there.
Full scholarship, fully paid.
I was already there my freshman year. They were looking for me to start. I came home my freshman year. I'm grown now, so I know what's going on. Came home being lazy, didn't do what I needed to do. So when I get there, I barely passed my physical requirements. So they making me do a lot of extra. And at the time, I'm looking like, it's bullshit. I can play. I
They're
know
really
I can.
trying to make you better, though.
Yeah,
to get you where you supposed to be.
Try to where I'm supposed to be. But I'm knowing I'm in shape enough to play. So I walked off the field. Coach came. Hey, we're looking for the star. We need you to get yourself together. Coach want to meet you in the morning or meet you later on today. Met with the coach. I was like, man, I do the morning runs, but he had me with this bullshit Army guy, personal trainer. He ended up getting fired like a month after I left.
Yeah.
Because the quarterback tore his shoulder out of place. He was pushing him to bench too hard. I'm like, man, all that extra, it ain't, my mind, I ain't with that. Me and him gonna bump heads all day long because I'm a man at the same time. I ain't finna keep going through this. But he was like, man, you gonna have to go with him. I packed that thing up back down, 85 I went.
Dang.
You know what I mean? Everything happened for a reason. It's God plan. He ordered your step. But that's something I always think about. What would have happened if I would have stayed? Now, I definitely wouldn't have went to no league or nothing. But,
you could have,
I could have got my degree. I could have, I could have been more step ahead in this area because I always been in the communication. That's what I always wanted to do when I was in school. I was communication major.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's something I always look back on and just wonder, like, well, what if I would have just stayed? You know what I mean?
Okay, I got one more question. I said that was the last question. I got one more question. Because we ain't going to end it on regret. What's something you most proud of you done did?
Being a father.
I knew that was coming.
Ain't nothing better than it, man. You know what I mean? You got a 10-year-old son. I got a 5.5 months. Well, not even 5.5 months. Next week, she'll be 6-month-old baby girl, man. Layla, my son Bentley, man. Man, that's my biggest accomplishment. Being there for them, being able to take care of them, you know what I mean? Hopefully try to break some generational curses
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean? That's the biggest thing I'm happy about.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, me as Nep, you know what I mean? I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. You know, I done said it before, I done said it again, boy. It been some time to come through in the clutch. I'm talking about come through. It ain't even just about money, whatever, but I need a ride. I need to woo. I need to handle that little business. When I was in the road with it, whatever it was advice. Hey, Nep, you know, blase, blase. And it was never on no, I'm trying to tell you how to do it. I'm just letting you know this how they go.
Exactly. You
And
know
I
what I mean?
needed that because a lot of people I looked up to were dead or already in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to have somebody that could be in my ear, so I appreciate you.
Oh,
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Hey, one thing about I'm gonna tell you a joke or two. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Never gonna lie now.
And I ain't gonna never tell you no bullshit advice to have you out there looking crazy.
Mm-mm.
So that for y'all, like that what bringing to the podcast. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna kick it, we're gonna
Fact.
always keep it player. For sure.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean? So, you know, if you see me out or whatever, you know, holler, you know what I mean? Kick it with me, you know what I mean? I'm just telling you what you're gonna get from me, you know what I mean? Don't come expecting nothing less, man. You know what I mean? And always pay the hustle.
Pay the hustle pod, man. I like that right there. That was hard.
That was straight.